This is a short reflection on the first part of chapter 4. In light of Amos's example of speaking truth to power, I've been thinking about how his words speak to me and to the world around me. In looking at the first part of chapter 4, and in today's language, thinking about who the poor and marginalized are, and how do they get that way? On the flip side, who are the wealthy and the elite, and do they live lives on the backs of the poor, as they did in Amos's day? Our country has a growing gap between the wealthy and the poor, and that leaves more and more of our brothers and sisters in poverty. This makes me uncomfortable. Unlike in Amos's day, we have the opportunity to elect our leaders. Doesn't it seem, though, that our leaders are elected by those who have wealth and power, and they create policies that benefit those who are wealthy and the elite? Who speaks up for the poor in this kind of system? Also, unlike in Amos's day, religious leaders and political leaders are different. It's important, I think, to take a look at our religious communities and think about, is there justice and righteousness in those? Are we looking at the suffering in our communities of faith and doing something about it? Or are we like the people in verses 4 and 5 who are distracted, in their case with elaborate worship? What could be some distractions for us today? I know for me, is it my electronic gadgets, my safe middle-class neighborhood, my individualistic attitude? I'm not a prophet. Most people aren't. Yet I think it's important for us to think about how we can shape the lives of the people around us, how we can promote justice and righteousness in our communities, whether it be our political or civil society or religious communities. What role can we play? I think each of us, though not called to prophesize in front of large groups, each of us can provide a piece of the work needed to create communities of justice and righteousness. We can take a look and notice those that are suffering around us. We can, in our own way, take actions to promote justice. And, importantly, we can hold our leaders accountable. We all can be working together to promote justice and righteousness in our communities.